Good afternoon, good evening, beloveds. I hope you're well. One sec. Mm. So, usually I've set the intention to do these internal exercises on Friday. I had every intention to do that on Friday, and then Friday happened with the Supreme Court ruling. So I allowed myself to sit with the feelings of what was coming up. I allowed all of the feelings, and it took me about 3 days to get to a place where I felt that I could actually speak coherently and manage my mood enough to do this Facebook Live. I'm still feeling the feelings, of course, because of the impact of the ruling and how it affects not only myself, but pretty much everyone. And yeah, I think that's probably where I'm going to stop there because I'm feeling a lot of, and this is like the second time that I've done this because like the first time I just kind of was like, but I'm just, it's important to honor your feelings. It's important to have a safe space to express how you're feeling, whether it be joy or abject rage, as I was feeling on Friday. I'm going to be honest with you. I was feeling so much anger that just based on experience that it was important for me to reach out for support. And so I did. I reached out to my teacher. She's a cognitive behavioral therapist. She's a shaman. She's a Reiki master teacher. I reached out to her, asked for help, and I received it. So there's that. So, and it's interesting because, ahead of time I have like these list of questions and I like, oh, I'll ask this question on this day. So it's kind of interesting that I would have asked this question on Friday regardless, but it's really, I think, most especially now, all things considered. And the question is, how important is it for you to make whatever, whatever change that has been coming to mind as I've been doing these videos. And it may be in light of what did happen on Friday. Your what's important to you may shift or may be completely different. Honor that. Sit with that. After I messaged my teacher, as you can see, that change of scenery. I knew for me in order to dispel or disperse a lot of the energy that was just I just felt was kind of just stuck and stagnant in spots was to rearrange furniture. So that's what I did. I rearranged furniture. I danced. I cried. I got really, really super angry. I did all the things. I did all the things that I knew was going to help me calm down. As an interesting aside, a lot of this I learned not so much from when my parents passed away, and I had to kind of, use these tools to kind of help regulate my energy, in addition to all the supplements of like, working with a therapist and, doing what I can to take care of myself, is to also be reminded. And I think this is part of where a lot of my anger came from Friday. It was just not so much. I just thought of all the times when, in a sense, I was grateful that I hadn't ever been in such a situation to where when my no meant nothing, that I was not in a situation where I had to figure out a way to raise a child when I absolutely was not emotionally, psychologically, physically able to do it. Or that I was left with a disease or a health situation that severely impact my health. And I think the angry part was that I've known people who have been impacted in that way. And just, yeah. So, the change that you are wanting for yourself, how important is it to you? What is at stake? Not only for yourself, but for your family, your friends, your immediate community. How important is the change that you feel within you that you're either considering or kind of like dipped your toe in, how important is it for you to make that change? And I have been sitting with that all weekend long, and I felt guided to reach out to some allies to make positive, powerful changes, not only for us who have been immediately and pretty much instantly affected by Friday's ruling, but also our allies. So that is where I am with all of that today. I hope you are well. I hope that if you were having all of the strong emotions and feelings, that after a time you had a safe space to be able to communicate that with someone. That is my hope for you. And just show up powerfully and from a place of love as best you can, and honor the areas where you're still feeling the rage, you're still feeling the feelings that have no words, that have no good description. We just recognize them as low vibrating and gross. Um, how important is it for you to make a change to where you live and you show up powerfully and positively for yourself from a place of love? And I completely, I absolutely get why you're like, screw that, I want to come from a place of love. And you absolutely can. It's totally your right. It's personal responsibility for your own well being. But miracles happen from a place of love. So that's just my own personal observation. So I love you. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and be well. Namaste.